Oh, fuck it. I fucked the whole thing up. Listen, Matt. Listen.
Well,
listen,
it's perfect for your outfit today.
I'm going, yeah, exactly. I'm going still shot today in the clown world. In homage to the clown world that we live in. Still shot. Let me share right away. First of all, Matt, today, 2/3/23. Let's just start it off with a little Michael Jordan highlight. 2/3. Oh, what a pass! Bong, ridiculous. The guy was ridiculous.
Laid above the rim.
Scottie Pippen was pretty fucking good too. Just come on, get out of here with that shit. I'm sorry, LeBron. No chance. Are you better? No chance. Oh. How about the tongue always too? Ridiculous. Yeah. All right.
That was his tell that he was going to dunk on your ass.
Enough of MJ. Congratulations, MJ, on being MJ, the greatest ever on a hoop court.
Yeah.
So jobs, Matt, jobs through the roof today. It's amazing. Like, how could you miss by 10 standard deviations? I'm a standard deviation guy. Like, how do you miss by 10? It's impossible.
Well, no,
we said it yesterday.
We have the state of the disunion next week.
We said it yesterday.
They will not miss.
They can't miss.
They can't miss.
It's a can't miss.
And we said it.
It's a can't
I did
miss.
not expect the 10 standard Deve move though.
No, I didn't either.
But again, the state of the disunion is next week.
All right, listen, I got to show you some of my likes because there's a little nuance here that our friend Heinrich, who we usually look to for natural gas. First of all, Mr. Clean now coming out with a new spokesperson. I thought that was interesting. Along with 51 intel agents confirmed that he is Mr. Clean. Heineken Tom sharing just a fantastic New York strip with the cell phone shadow. Matt, I want to ask you this question. If this was your doctor, are you more inclined to listen to everything that she has to say?
Well, I think fat ass like me, just if having a doctor like that would be...
It'd be good for you.
It would be good
for you.
I
mean, this chick is so smoking hot from every angle, from every pronoun. That's all I got to say about that. But this is what I wanted to get to. Was Heinrich Leopold sharing this from the Labor Department that not in the labor force, again, over 100 million people not in the labor force. I mean, so you get this headline that unemployment is 3% it is, but there are still a lot of people able to just not be in the labor force one way or another. I just think that
if you layered on the food, the SNAP benefits for food on top of that, it would be a pretty close number. There's over 100 million people, I think, on welfare food stamps now.
Staggering.
Well,
staggering.
We're working. This is their whole plan to get you to, get to full socialism. Well, you already got the free healthcare. You already got the, free food. We're going to give you a lot of free housing in this country now. Yeah. And then you got her working for you.
In homage to the clown.
That was a heck of a rant. How about the two behind her just going, "Yo, sister, go."
I'll overlaid the Benny Hill music to it, and it works way better than her voice. I got to tell you, fantastic stuff. All right, Matt. Also, we got some breaking news. Let me do that, and then we'll get to some price discovery. Because in particular, hold on a second. In particular, where is it? This was your AI of Chinese balloon over Montana.
Yeah, that's all I put
in. Sometimes the AI.
I didn't call it a spy balloon. It just looks like a big orange.
It's got a tree growing out of it, though. It was weird.
Well,
and I did the same thing, Matt. But I said, hold hold on, wrong
No,
one.
no, that was mine.
That was yours. Breaking news. I said Chinese spy balloon over Mount Rushmore. I actually thought that the AI did a much better job here with the
Yeah.
breaking news. But then you see there's somebody in that spy balloon.
G.
And if you zoom in, not you, if you zoom in, it's actually Xi dropping PlayStations, I guess. He's actually Santa Claus.
TikTok apps. He's dropping TikTok.
TikTok apps, everybody. Anyway, breaking news. Where do you want to go, prices? You know what? Let's go.
Let's
If you
go
will,
with. Let's
let's
go.
go to the.
No, hold on. Since that picture showed looked like a floating orange,
Yeah. Orange
And
juice, man.
and occasionally we like to talk about orange jizz. And let me see if I can bring this up for you. Can you see my chart, Bob?
Yes, I can. OJ.
And it is a continuous OJ. Broke out. And this is just this week, all the way up to 240. If I pull back to a longer term, I mean, this is, I think
Peaks.
it's all-time high, maybe,
Yeah, sure
possibly.
looks like it. We got to go back and see. That sure looks like it.
But yeah, that's an all-time high. And we brought it up. We talked about it. So take your profits. Take your profits. Orange juice, futures, beaks. Look at that pullback in 2019. The pullbacks here. Again, this was bullish all in here above the longer term profile. Now it finally got its move. Exit stage left, Bobby. Orange
All right,
juice.
Matt. We got a little bit of divergent going on, and that is the dollar versus this continued strength in the equities.
Well, let me start here. Like if okay, so that news came out, the market sold off pre-market, right? And that put in the low. And then what you saw, but the thing that hasn't changed, and I'm going to bring up the bonds because I think this is the important thing. The bond traders are much smarter than equity chasers. And again, here we'll start with the divergence here. We'll start with it because if the rest of the market was like, oh yeah, everything's great again, this would be bid up to new highs. We'd be at 134. Like the equities are at the all-time, at the
Recent highs, yes.
Recent highs, right? So the UB and they're just hanging down here. They didn't take out the lows of the week, which is interesting, right? So I'm going to point that out. It's not, it's not pure death yet. And it just feels to me like they want to print this market, the SPOO's over 4,200, so they can say when the state of the disunion happens that everything is great. And, look at the markets at highs, fully employed 3.4. We haven't seen this. And again, it's a stump. We're watching Biden run for 24 is all we're doing again now because he's doing nothing. He can't get anything. He got nothing done in 2 years. He'll get nothing done in the next 2. He's a lame duck president. So he's already started just, he's campaigning. That's all he's doing.
I cannot believe that we're going to have to listen to this shit for 2 fucking years.
I mean,
it's insane. It's insane.
Rinse and repeat, insane. But the thing that we talked about yesterday, right? Gold and silver and the dollar. These are the things that I'm paying attention to because they're the first to fall. They were the first to go, and now they're the first to fall. So now I would tell you that gold is leading this market, strangely enough. And the dollar has always been leading this market for quite a while. So there's nothing new there, right? But what I see, can you see my chart?
I cannot.
Okay. So gold, we talked about it yesterday. It spiked off the pre-market, spiked 1975. Bob, we're down 100 from there. That is not insignificant. And we've taken out the week's lows. And if we pull back a bit, I don't know about 2 weeks, but let's just look because I have a feeling we took out 2 weeks lows here. And we have. So we're 2 weeks of lows. This is not a positive environment for the bulls of Goldilocks. Again, they got their hands handed to them. They were all waiting for 2000 to come. It didn't come.
Peter
Another lower,
shifts.
another lower high for the gold turd nugget boys. And with that, Bob, you've got dollar, made a new low yesterday. We talked about this, but then reversed. And today, off this jobs number, continued. And that's why the bonds are down. So again, I'm not sure if we're 2 weeks, but yeah, we're darn close. I mean, this was the high on the 18th of January. So again, a lot of things are pointing that we may be nearing a top in equities. Bonds agree, but they're now finally pushing for higher interest rates the last 2 days. Gold says, okay, inflation's over, whatever that, again, inflation is never the reason why gold goes up. Only reason gold is going to go up is pure the ending of the US government. That's the only way gold will go up. And then we're not there yet. It's coming, but we're not there yet. So now is not the time again to buy gold at these lofty levels.
Bingo, bingish, bingy, all of the bings. I tend to agree that the stock market seems tired here.
It's tired, but it's Friday and they want it over 4,200. They really do.
I get that, but the standard deviation work that I talked about yesterday, not only does it got to close up here today, but it's got to follow through next week. And then I think I don't care about the correlations, relationships, because they can break down.
Mm-hmm.
It looks to me like they're going to squeeze these shorts more. Like you talked about yesterday, the bear market rally can be 50%, as it was in 2000 in the NASI.
Yeah,
So,
but that again, it's a little. I mean, for us to go 50% from here would get us back to new highs. So the law of large numbers, really 20% is like 70% back then, is what I'm saying.
on.
So we've already had. I don't necessarily think we're going to squeeze that much higher, but I would love to sell Tesla at 220, and I'm waiting for it. If they want to squeeze it up there, it's up 100%. By the way, Tesla's up 100% this month. 1 month. The market cap, Bob, has gone from 300 billion to 600 billion in 1 month. 300 billion has come rushing in. You talk about money on the sidelines. I want to point that out, and I want to point out Meta. The money that's gone in here from the lows to the high. Again, this is up more than 100%, because what did we hit? 80s or so on Meta. And again, this has gone up 100%, and it's insane, Bob. And you're talking 100% here, a little more than 100%. So this has gone from 200 million to 200 billion to 500 billion, billions. So 300 billion has gone into Tesla. 300 billion has gone rushing into Facebook, is what this means. Think about those numbers.
It's staggering. That's all I can say.
So,
staggering. And Matt, so yesterday we talked about Apple, Google, and Microsoft.
Yep.
Earnings.
They all missed. They all missed. Apple's at a new high. Apple's at 156 right now. Let's take a look at it. Straight up, the shittiest earnings they've had in maybe history. Really bad sales numbers on all their phone, iPads, computers. But people are banking on the future here. Whatever, autonomous cars, headsets, things that aren't in the market, we're willing to pay for it now. 2.5.
There's still some meat in that profile. I like the fact that the profile in that longer term trend line that we never draw comes in the same kind of area. I mean, anything can fucking happen in these.
It's only $10 higher.
Yeah.
So it's possible. And then, yeah, Amazon. I know. It's Friday and my internet is acting like it's Friday.
Your internet's already at the bar. It's already
drunk.
drink. It's
It's-
already
it's
drinking.
drunk.
Oh,
Amazon's down from where it was last night. It spiked all the way up here, took out all the shorts up to 118. But it's had a heck of a run too. You know, remember this thing was down at $80. So this thing has gone up 50%, which is $500 billion. Half a bill.
half a
Again,
T, 500.
Those three companies that I just talked about, that's 1.1 trillion has come rushing into the market. But these
All
are the, these are the stocks that everybody has to own. You know, even Kathy Wood is the new, what is she? She's the new Hillary Clinton. I don't know. You know, whatever she touches is gold.
Whatever.
Mhm.
All right,
Art.
Matt.
ARK, the new
Friday.
ARK is the new QQQ, Bob. The new QQQ.
All right, let's expand. Bring that down. I'll bring that back up because I want to see how fat that value range is too.
Well, this is just an hourly, but again, 28 to 44.
Yeah, but it covers the last year and a half. So
Yeah, it does.
man, is your internet slow?
Yep. So
Ridiculous. Ridiculous. Holy
Mhm.
shit. It's got some room. Although that's a nice top of the meat of that profile right now. Sell it today. HFR. Sell it today. Sell it now.
I mean, everybody's got
weekend.
to own Amazon, Apple, Google, and then Google also was down last night. I didn't look at it today. Not involved. Down a couple bucks, but again, it's had a huge heck of a run. Ran up to 113 aftermarket, so maybe we got to test that 113 again. I don't know, Bob. This is I've been doing a lot of sitting on hands in this market, and I don't, I don't think we last. I don't. I think everybody is on board now. I think all the good news, like there's no news next week. We're done. Like we're done. Fed's done. All we now have is Fed speak. We got CPI on the 14th on Happy Valentine's Day. We know that will be lower because everything is clown world and rigged. So even though, people's bills are through the roof and their food costs are through the roof, there is no inflation and it's not Joe Biden's fault. That's the narrative.
Nacho cheese. Give me some nacho.
I mean,
I got to tell you something, Matt. I listened to, and I know you listened to his response to the inflation, that it's not his fault.
Yep.
But I've never seen that I can recall a presser where maybe we're getting back to having real reporters because they seemed like they had pitchforks in their hands. The tone was aggressive and somewhat angry, and I haven't seen that before.
And you know why? Because they're the real journalists that still hopefully might exist in the mainstream are sick and tired of watching, the guys from Vice get all the attention by asking questions they want to ask. So
Vice News, that Vice is propaganda.
Not Vice, Rebel News. I confuse them.
Right, yeah. Rebel, I mean, they're actually asking questions that people.
But this is what I'm saying.
Ponder.
Like they're these, they follow, they hounded the Moderna and the Pfizer CEOs and at the WEF, and they hounded Klaus, and your elites didn't like that hounding. They don't like to be questioned. They don't like their narratives, Bob, to be questioned ever. And that is what is going to continue. And you know what? You and I have been doing it our whole lives. And I don't know, maybe the complicit are finally waking up a little bit. I love to see young kids out there telling the story, because that does give me hope when you have 25-year-olds that are out there, not just taking it hook, line, and sinker, right? I mean, that's the thing. Like, you shouldn't take anything these guys say hook, line, and sinker. Pay attention to the price and don't worry about the fundamentals. I mean, it sounds so easy, right? But
so I got to tell you, it's the hardest thing ever. It really is. It's the hardest thing ever not to let the chatter in your head and what you feel like is reality. It's just your reality. But the only reality that you need to pay attention to is what's here. It's the bid offer. Like,
Well,
if you want to have a conversation, and we used to say this all the time, if you want to have a conversation, go to the break room. If you're in the pit, it's just the only people that get to talk is the best bid and the best offer. Everybody else gets to shut the fuck up. That's the way markets work. Best bid gets to bid and vocalize it. Best offer gets to offer and vocalize it. Everybody else gets to shut the fuck up. And if you open your mouth and present a bid that isn't the best bid, you get fucking lambasted. Or if you're having a conversation that's distracting, that people tell you to get the fuck out of the pit, go to the break room. I'm trying to fucking trade here.
Right.
And it's a much cleaner world inside your mind when you, and it's so hard, especially sitting in front of a screen compared to being in a pit. Because being in a pit, you actually get told to shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
Sitting in front of a screen, it's just a much harder environment to.
It takes time. I mean, I obviously I've only traded in front of a screen for 35 years. So screen, started out screen and phone, many phones to call all my brokers, right? I started that way. Now it's just it's all screen. Like you said, I mean, I don't, can't even tell you the last time I called a broker.
Yeah, I'm going to call a meat broker. That's all. Hey, did you see that? This was an interesting little storyline that I saw. Speaking of food production,
Okay.
Oregon is trying to they're trying to circumvent the USDA for meat processing. In other words, and you see this left, right, and center. And I saw a bill today that they're introducing that says the states get to create their own health mandates. They don't have to listen to the CDC or the WHO. Like no federal or even governmental agency gets to dictate health policy, and they want to codify it in law. But Oregon is trying to circumvent the USDA and their oversight of meat packing. And it's a really interesting power struggle, because the USDA is slow to move, right? It's a giant bureaucracy. And basically the state of Oregon is saying, hey, listen, if our meat packing plants that come online meet USDA regulations, we get to regulate it. We know what your regulations are, but we don't want the USDA to be involved in our meat packing. We want to take it over. And there's this giant struggle on regulation and who gets to oversee food production, especially at the meat packing level. And basically what it's trying to say is make it way easier for localities to open small meat packing facilities. Now, of course, the giant meat packers don't want this to happen, right? They got a corner on the market.
The Chinese don't want it to happen.
For sure. Well, Xi's dropping hams also, I guess, from his space balloon.
I just think I think the aliens are arriving in Antarctica, because it didn't look like a balloon. It looked like a spacecraft to me in the videos I've seen out there. So I just think it's time. Antarctica needs to be exposed. And I'm going to use Justin's joke that he used this morning. The midgets up in Antarctica are making golf balls with special cores up there. That's what's going on.
Well, hopefully that it helps me win. There's Xi. There's Xi dropping down PlayStations. And again, this was the AI. This is the AI HFR.
What's the MSIU?
I don't know. That's what when I said Chinese.
Look that up. What is that? It's got to stand for something.
Mao Se I have no idea. Ooey ooey. Anyway, that's it. That's all I got. I think these equities are looking like they want to try to roll over to me. They really do.
I think in the next 2 weeks we'll see lower prices. I think if your time frame can be broader than today, yeah.
Here's my question to you.
I think we'll see at least
money. New low today from today's low. Do they take a?
Never happened.
That says never happened. So feel free to sell the 4130 puts for today's expiration, $1 billion.
Yeah,
all of them.
Yeah, especially if it gets close.
Right on. All right, if that's not it, that's it. Please visit marketvetals.io. Please go to amazon.com and buy. Hold on a second. Let me get rid of this guy here. Manja, look at the manja, the cleaver into the melon. Go to Manja or go to Amazon and search Shrimp Mojo. And if you don't come up with Manja Shrimp Mojo, you have to just put in Manja Shrimp Mojo then. Go ahead, Matt.
Well, I'm looking at your options on 40. What did we say it was? 4130.
4130s.
Oh, it just dropped 10 as soon as, is that right? No, I'm looking at, hold on.
Yeah, it's just traded 4165.
Holy shit.
HFR is calling for a new low today.
Wow, you're driving the market right now. What's going on?
Yeah, I just told you there. Look, a little bit of roll.
I can't even get my quotes up fast enough. It's happening so fast.
Fucking A, back
The
up.
4130s are $1.90. You can collect $1.90 all day right now, Bobby. Come on.
Yeah, sell 1 billion of them. I dare you to. Sell them all. Limit position offer in the 4130s.
Hold on, I gotta buy some natty back. Some NASDAQ.
Hey, by the way, I love the Illini orange that you got rocking today.
Yeah,
This is orange.
This is my new warning. This is my new warning shirt. Don't fucking mess with me.
Muck Fishigan.
Patagonia construction worker. It's really confusing. The look I'm going for.
All right. This is
actually, I think this is what the construction. No, this is what the Fish and Wild game in Yellowstone, the Dutton boys were wearing. This is what they're wearing.
Dutton. All right, that's it. That's all I got. That's all. That's all I regret. I only have 1.5 hour to give to my country. But
well, look at you. You got work to do.
I got melons to slice here. God damn it! Listen, man, it's a clown world out there. And
how's Bill Gates short doing in Tesla now? Did you think he covered it at 100?
Oh, it's how great would that be? Bill Gates files. I couldn't think of a better headline ever. Ever. Now I lost my train of thought. I was so giddy over the brilliance of Bill Gates. I don't know. I had a good one too, and I can't place it now. I can't place it.
I had a good one.
I had a good one.
So HFR he's all in on the puts down there. You're buying them, I'm selling them.
Well, listen, I'm short, so I will fucking cover down there too. I just, I'm sharing my position.
I think the next couple of weeks could be fun for the bulls that have been chasing up here. So you've been warned. You've been warned.
Also been warned. Matt, isn't it funny when you like this picture here of me in the clown world?
Yeah.
I have no idea where that was taken. None. It's a beautiful home. You would think I would know, but I'm drawing a blank on where the hell I was with the gorgeous melons and all. Anyway, if that's your home, please reach out and say, "Hey, fucker, you were with me."
It's not my house,
but
it kind of looks like my old house, but it's not.
My thought is that the more like the AOC's rant, it was such a joke. Like, I think that's where these reporters are getting to also. Like the fake outrage.
Yes, they're tired of it.
Everybody's tired of it. Like, you can't. It really, it goes back to the cry wolf. Like everybody, the fucking wolf could be at the door right now and nobody gives a shit.
Right.
Because you've been such moronic cocksuckers for so long with the propaganda and fear and loathing and fear and shame on every fucking angle. It's beyond fucking belief. And that rant, when whoever put the clown face on her, I mean, you can do that with pretty much everybody, and the outrage about fucking everything. I'm outraged. It's unbelievable.
So upset.
Shut the fuck up. Anyway, that's just how I feel on a Friday. Anyway.
Well, hey, Bob, just celebrate the 21% move in the NASDAQ this last 19 days.
I had some of it too, and I fucking I was able to fuck that up too. Amazingly.
I was able to fuck that up.
Amazingly, I was actually long and fucked that up. Hey, what I don't fuck up very often though is chow. Like, and so next week I got some great recipes to share on our recipe segment of Market Vitals with our friends at manja.tv. Matt, it's all about vinegar, tell you the truth. If you want to up your game in the kitchen, you got to up your vinegar selection in your pantry. I'll just tell you that right now. I'm gonna share some next week. All right, Matt. Thank you, Mark. Thank you, Lee. Thank you, Matt. Please join us at marketvitals.io. Again, please go to Amazon.com and buy some Shrimp Mojo. Do yourself a favor, cook someone a meal, and have a lighthearted conversation about the clown world that we continue to occupy. Thank you, Matt.
Thank you, Bobby. Appreciate your time.
Right on.